Welcome back. Ugh. Ugh. So, I recorded about 30 or 40 minutes of episode 3 of The Hidden Word here. My Tales of the Valiant 5th edition solo play. And then the program that was recording died and everything was lost. It just crashed and it was all lost. So I still have a bunch of stuff that happened that I'm just sort of going to fill you in, and I'm sorry it's not going to be super narrative and it's not the exploratory way that I've done it in the past as I figure it out as we go. But I left off at the worst time, so there are things, we'll still get into that. But so last time, Ormis Dunhelm, our monk of the Hidden Word, he rescued those people and then was betrayed by one of them and was just escaping from the let's go pick map. He was just escaping from these people who one of Helena had betrayed him and given him the like a scepter or a wand with like a thick wand or a small scepter about yay big with a cloudy crystal on top of its head at its point. And when Ormis was meditating on it, he heard his brother's voice, and his brother told him that the hidden word, there were people seeking the hidden word, and they were seeking it because they thought anyone who found it would ascend to godhood, and that this hidden word needed to be destroyed in order to stop what was happening. And as he heard this, the crystal was turned to like obsidian on this thing, and that was when Ormis realized that there was something very wrong. He went and checked on the refugees and found that Helena was missing, and then realized that she was gonna go try to basically tell the nobleman, this noble guy, where the hidden temple was. And so the Ormis and the rest of them fled into the woods and made for, and this was when my sort of rolling and things, the town or the village of Hard Comfort, which is a town somewhere around here. Like it's like the first village or town that travelers go through when they've come through the ancient network of tunnels within these mountains, which are called, I don't know what these mountains are called, we'll figure that out later. So Ormis and the refugees fled into the woods, making for Hard Comfort, and I decided that the scepter that he has, that is his brother's, which he brought with him, is likely some type of homing, like homing beacon, so that the enemies, these people, the noble and his guys, can basically tell when, how close Ormis is. Which leads us to, if they could get away in time. And I was like, no. And this is the scene I set up, where they went through the woods upriver, and they're trying to get to Hard Comfort, and the other group sort of catch up to Ormis and the refugees. And so we were going to begin. Ormis doesn't want to fight. And so this gets into a chase, and I was going to use these chase mechanics from the Tales of the Valiant Game Master's Guide. They're really cool. I've used them before in a couple of my sessions with that aren't solo, like with some of my groups, and it's been a lot of fun. So I thought maybe it'd work here. So with this in mind, I set up our thing. So I'm going to read you some of this because it's worth knowing about. So to conduct a chase, you need to at least one runner. We have 4 runners. A participant trying to escape. You also need at least one pursuer. We do. We have 5 pursuers. For example, a group of PCs fleeing the wrath of a rampaging dragon would be the runners, and the dragon would be the pursuers, whereas a group of PCs trying to catch an assassin fleeing a crime scene would be the pursuers, and the assassin would be the runner. Makes sense. By default, a chase begins with pursuers at 0 progress and runners at 11 progress. However, you can also adjust these numbers as fits the pacing and events of the story. I changed them because I thought it made more sense to make it maybe a little less unfair, weighted towards the runners. Define locations. Instead of measuring and tracking exact distances, it's very abstract. As a GM, you choose the maximum number of locations. So I'm going to say 3 locations. Each location in a chase encompasses an entire round, and so on. In addition, setting a number of locations. So in each location, there needs to be like a obstacle or hazard. So I think the way to do this, since it's very thematic and abstract rather than literal, I have this scene up because I think it's helpful to have an idea of what the scene might look like. So a river, and Ormis had been leading them along like a trail that was not like sort of mirroring the road, but wasn't in the road. But they came to a place where they had to come back to the road. But I think the way that this works is that they hear, and Ormis's raven sort of sees that there are some of the enemy, whoever they are, I don't know, near here, and so the first round is them trying to figure out, trying to get across here without being noticed. Now, it is nighttime here. Oh, no, there is no nighttime. So they the enemies have torches, and Ormis is trying to lead them across, without being noticed. And so the way this is going to work is depending on how well each player or runner goes, the more progress they make, the further far ahead they get. So tracking progress. Instead of tracking the movement in a number of feet, chase rules abstract distance traveled and distance between participants with an abstract unit called progress. Participants gain or lose progress depending on how they handle various obstacles in each chase location. It is important to understand that progress is purposefully not an accurate reflection on the distance between the participants. However, there may be times when an approximate distance between 2 participants may be needed. In such cases, a runner with 20 progress is roughly 20 feet ahead of a pursuer with 0 progress. Okay. Order of play. After the chasing begins, the participants move through one location each round. Again, this is abstract, as it would certainly take longer than a standard 6 seconds round to go from one place to another. Though the chase occurs in a cycle of rounds, like combat, participants don't need to roll initiative. Cool. Instead, the order of each round is determined by progress. The participants who end the previous round with the highest progress act first in the following round. Note that for the first round, runners typically start at 11 progress and pursuers start at 0, so runners go first on the first round, followed by pursuers. If the PCs are in the same group, they can choose the order they act in in the first round. You can use initiative to determine their starting order, so on and so forth. Okay. Okay, so here is how much progress you can gain and lose. During phase 1, participants deals with an obstacle or hazard for the location by making a check of the type indicated by the individual check of the type indicated in the individual location. Success or failure on this check determines how much, if at all, the obstacle raises or lowers the participant's progress, unless otherwise stated. An obstacle never stops a participant from continuing on the chase. A participant can overcome an obstacle with varying degrees of success or failure, as shown on the obstacle progress. Okay. Progress table. PCs can narrate how they use skills, abilities, spells, equipment, or other factors help them overcome obstacles, but they still ultimately need to make a check to determine their progress each turn. Escalating DCs. Okay, the DC of obstacles in each location should increase over the course of the chase, if only to increase dramatic tension. In general, DCs for obstacles in the first location should start at DC 10. Each location's DC increases by a set amount determined by how many locations you decide to include in the entirety of the chase. Short chase, so it'd be increasing by 2 each, or 3, by 3 each time. Bonuses and penalties, critical successes, critical failures, obstacles, double trouble. Oh, cool. That's neat. They have like a good slippery, slide across an oil spill, keep footing on patch, deck save, or slime. Cool. But I think the first thing is going to be a DC 10 stealth check for my runners. So instead of having these assorted like this, I'm actually going to put them in an order that I have them in here. So chase progress markers. So we've got Ormis. I'm just gonna put them in order here so that and then Marigold and Finch and Bart. And then after that is number 2, number 3, number 8, number 9, and number 4. Okay. So that's just like to organize them in my brain. Number 1 doesn't get any. Maybe the bird will come in later. So the first thing to do is I'm going to change the music. So hang tight. I'm going to pause it. Alright, that's a pretty good chase soundtrack right there. If you're wondering what VTT this is called Shard Tabletop. I have like a huge library of tons of sounds and music and all types of great stuff. I think that all these tracks were like $30. Like it was all one big bundle. It's like such a good deal, frankly. Like I literally never have to worry about finding atmospheric music for my games anymore. It's great. Anyway, I'm not sponsored by Shard. Just putting that out there. They don't give me any money or anything. It's just a good system. All right. So, nope, not okay. The first thing to do, DC 10, stealth check. Come on here, Ormis, old buddy. Stealth check, DC 10. That's pretty bad. That is a 10. I got a 10, which is I think 0 progress, right? No, equal to DC plus 2. Okay, all right. Well, could be worse. So he goes up to 10 progress. Okay, and then Marigold, same. She's gonna do her stealth check. She got an 11, which is 1 to 4 over the DC is still just a 2. So she did all right too. Wait, what? Does it make me go all the way back? That's annoying. Okay, so she got another 2. So they're creeping. They're all like shuffling up and like trying to stay hidden as they're like moving across this log, right? Finch is also gonna do his dex check. Oh dear. Oh dear. That's not good, Finch. So that was 5. Oh, he got a -3. Oof. That's real bad. So if you get a -3, he goes down to 2 progress. And Bart. Alright, Bart. He got a 3. Oh dear. Oh dear. He also got a -3. So Bart is not looking good either, because he was way behind. He was the last one. Oh my gosh, this is so annoying. Here we go. So he's down to 1 progress. Oh jeez. So okay. This might actually just turn into combat really quickly. So the enemy's progress is going to be, I'm bending the rules, or breaking them actually. Like, if you're a rules as written person, sorry. They're not going to do the same thing. These guys aren't doing stealth. These guys are doing perception, okay? Because they are, like, they're talking, debating, like, maybe they know of a trail we don't know about. Oh, maybe they knew we were coming long before. And then, and this is good. As Ormis is creeping across this, so Ormis is creeping across this log. Oh my gosh, why couldn't say log for some reason. And he's like, come on. One of the wild warriors is like, says something about, like, no, the mage said he would be here. They said he was close. Look at this. And she, like, has something that she shows, and she goes, he's close, within 100 yards. So I think this, like, homing beacon thing, like, means that they know if he's within 100 yards, because Ormis is holding the scepter, and it's had something, a mage has done something to it to make it so that they have a device that basically shows whether it's within 100 yards or not. So, all right, let's take a look at, I think I'm gonna copy and paste this chase stuff into a journal, because, and I'm just gonna put, like, abstract for here, because I can't keep on going back and forth. It's so annoying. I mean, I'm going to have to go back and forth a little bit, but using here is just, like, it's a lot. Okay. All right, there we go. So they're going to do perception to see how quickly they notice what's going on. He gets a 3, which is really bad, which is really good for Bart. My goodness. So, yeah, if that is a 3, the DC was 10, which means that's 5 below, 5 to 9 below. So so -3. Wow, that's so big. That is really big. Bart is really lucky, so he's down to -3. I'll save that. He'll do the same thing. Does he notice? Ooh, 16. Okay. So this guy, he notices 16. So 5 to 9 over plus 3. That's big. So here we go. Plus, so this guy's number, oh right, I gotta go edit, and it's plus 3. Okay. She is gonna go, I wonder what that means though. Oh my gosh, a 19 plus, oh okay, same thing, just plus 3. Jeez, that's crazy. Okay, edit, plus 2. Oh, Finch is caught. Finch, Bart, they've both gotten caught up too. I'm just gonna do the last 2 in quick succession. Perception, nat, frickin' 20. and perception, and that one. That's hilarious. Okay, what does it say about critical successes? A participant that rolls a 20 on a check increases its progress by 4, but a participant that rolls a 1 on the check reduces its progress by 4. Some obstacles impart additional penalties. Details in the obstacles. Okay, so nothing different. It's just a +4 and a -4. So +4 would bring her to 2, and -4 would bring him to -6. This guy, maybe he was off like in the bushes going pee or something. I don't know. But he is like way far behind. He's like, right, and like comes waddling out of the bushes trying to put on his belt or something after taking a pee. That's crazy. So that is okay. I need to read what happens if what happens, other consequences, player advice, take action, capture. A pursuer with a progress equal to the progress of a runner can use its action phase to attempt to capture the runner. To do so, the pursuer must make a grapple check against the runner. Okay. If the pursuer succeeds, the runner is grappled and the chase ends. If the runner succeeds, it gets away and its progress increases by 1. If there is more than one runner in a chase, you can choose whether the chase ends or continues. Okay. Sabotage. Ooh, interesting. The participant chooses another participant in the same location with a lower progress and uses its action phase to create a temporary obstacle for the chosen target. Oof, okay. So, let's see here. What is the... So, oh man, this gets a little tricky. I wish I could pop this out. I wish this had a pop-out thing. Because it's Ormis, Marigold, and then 3, 2, and then 3, and then 2, 2. Oh my gosh, okay. Let's see here. I can do better than this. I can just use like a notepad. This functionality is pretty annoying. So we're gonna bring up a sticky note real quick. That's not gonna help. Let's go notes, new note. There we go. And I'll put this over here so that you can see it. There we go. We're just gonna toss that here, and there we go. Okay. So new order. I'm just gonna get rid of this. So Bart, I'm going to copy and just go, ooh, he goes down to here. Yikes. And this guy, number 2, goes down to here. And Finch goes, Finch was at 2, goes down. Well, let's see, I wonder what what's Finch's initiative? Does it have passive? Is passive initiative a thing? No. Although, here we go. Finch has a 13 initiative right here, and everybody else has above that except for these warriors, which are already above him. So I think it's clear that Finch would go after them. So like that. I'm just going to get rid of these so I don't have to scroll up and down as much. Okay. So that's the order. Wow. Okay, Marigold and Ormis are so far ahead at this point. This is the question. I wonder, what is that help action? Let's go take a look. The participant uses its action phase to help another participant within 15 progress of it. Oh, okay. The target gains advantage on the next check it makes against a location's obstacle before its next action. But, okay, so basically the person helping doesn't get to make progress. It stays static, but it gets to basically give advantage to somebody else. So the question is what, as these, the enemies suddenly realize what's going on, they're like, hey, get him! As like, let's see, what was it? Was it Finch? Or no, Bart is like in the very, here we go. We're just gonna like line them up like this. And, then it was, who was it? It was, that, but then number 3 is in front. Number 3 gets to here, and number 2 gets to here. Just putting them in order. Oh, number 9 also gets to here. Whoa, okay. Like that. And then, wait, it says number 8. Oh yeah, there's number 8. It goes to here. Number 2 and 4. Wait. Oh, number 8 is here. Number 2, like that. 8 and 9 are there, and number 2 is here, and number 4 is there. So this is what it should look like. Which means Bart is in a real pickle. He is pretty surrounded. As I know that, you know, it doesn't make sense for Bart to be here literally. It's metaphorically, right? It's abstracting distances, but they make it across this this log, and that is when, but like, I think the others make it across the log before. Wait, Finch is 2, so Finch would be back here as well. So this guy would be like that. Oof, boy. Okay, yeah. And so at this point, what's a good obstacle? Let's roll on the obstacle table. That just sounds fun. That's a 7. What's it say? A 7, squeeze. Navigate a cramped alley, slip through a narrow opening. Some trees have fallen over. Maybe this is, it's springtime, and so people haven't been using this road. It's not traveled very often in the winter because it gets snowed in. And the softness of the ground as it thawed and the rains came for spring made many trees fall. And so there's like, it's like the over-under thing where you're having to like climb over something and under something, which would make sense for acrobatics, right? So Ormis is first, and I think the obvious thing for him to do is use the help action to sort of like, he does the thing where he's like moving people along, and he's going to try to help Bart, because Bart is in real trouble here. So Bart gets advantage on his, right? Is that right? The help action. The participant uses its action phase to help another participant with it within 15 progress, which he is. Not by a lot, but he is. The target gains advantage on the next check to make it against a location's obstacle before its next action phase. Okay, so he gets advantage on the next check against the obstacle, right? And this is going to be a DC 13 this time. Marigold, she's not going to stop. She's going to use her acrobatics or dex to try to get through these. Oh, interesting. Not only does using the help action it doesn't get you progress, but doesn't lose you any either. I guess that's not whatever. I'm not going to worry about the balance of this. Okay, so Marigold is going to try to weave through these fallen trees. Oh shit. Oh no. That's not good. A 4. That's 10. That's 10 lower. Or no, it's 9 lower. So the table 9 lower minus 3. Okay. So Marigold goes down to 5. 5 progress. And okay. And now it's, I think, yeah, now it's this guy's turn here. And I think he's going to try to use his wait, is that right? Okay. Number 3. He's going to use his action to try to grab Finch. Yeah. He's going to try to grab Finch. Let's just make sure, like the capture thing. The runner is grappled and the chase ends. If the runner succeeds, it gets away and its progress increases by 1. If there is more, okay, blah blah blah. Ooh, the participant uses its action phase to study where the chase is headed next. The participant must make a wisdom perception check. On a success, the participant has advantage on the next check it makes against a location's obstacles before its next action phase. The DC for this check is equal to the current location's obstacle DC. Interesting. Okay. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Capture. So this guy is going to make a contested athletics roll. Let's see. Oh, is it athletics? Was that right? Or is it just strength? Grapple. A grapple check. I think that's athletics. So that's pretty big because this guy, he's got +3 to athletics. So that's pretty good. All right. Contested athletics roll against Finch. He gets a 5. Wow. Okay, Finch. He does not have any bonus, but he should be able to get better than a 5. 18. He gets +1. Finch gets +1 to his progress because he's able to basically push this guy off, and that means he gets to go to here. Actually, I imagine that he actually gets in front of that guy, even though they're tied, but because Finch won, I think he gets to there. And that's it. That's pretty good. And that means it's Finch's turn. Because he can try to now. Oh man, I closed that thing on accident. There we go. He can try to get past these logs. He gets a 10, which does not equal the DC, which sucks. So he actually goes back down, equal to DC. So he gets a -2. Ugh, jeez, Finch. So he goes back down to 1. That's not great. And I'm gonna leave him there for now. Because that was his turn. I'll reassess at the end of that. 3 is already gone. 2 is I think he's gonna try to catch. Number 8 is gonna try to catch Finch. Actually, is gonna try to catch Bart because Bart is behind. So no bonus. Well, +1 bonus to strength. So for the athletic check, let's see. Ha! Rolls a 2. Can Bart escape? Yes, Bart can escape. So Bart gets a +2. And I think that puts Bart at least ahead of number 9. Actually, I think it puts Bart ahead of number 8 as well. So we're gonna go like that because he beat the DC, and then Bart is gonna try, and Bart has advantage because of the help action. So Bart is gonna try to make this get through this thing. Nat 20. Can he get another Nat 20 just to make it official? No. But he gets a Nat 20, so he gets a +4. Boom. Just blasts into, wow, up to 6. He's so slick. And that, oh man, that is awesome. So now nobody can catch him. I'm going to leave him there for now because it's still that round. Number 8 went. Number 2 is going to try to chase Bart. Number 9, excuse me, hasn't gone yet. Try to get through these branches, or these trees and limbs. Gets a 7. The DC's what? So that's a -3. Oof. Number 9 gets a -3 and goes down to -1. And then number 2, darn it. Number 2 and 4 I'll do together to try to get through these branches. 12 isn't going to cut it, so that's going to be a -2. And that's going to be a +2. So -2 goes down to -5. +2 goes up to -4. So these two trade spots. And Finch is in real trouble now. Poor guy. Oops. Copy. And he's at 1, so he's down here like that. And then Bart gets to go up to here. So that is the progress for the last round. I would like to think that they've like gone through these like fallen trees and like gone along. I'm gonna reorganize Marigold and then Bart. Oh darn it! I get confused. I have this on 2 screens. So Bart is gonna be up here. And then number 3, this guy's going to come back this way. Number 3 is like that. Number 3 and number 8. It's something like this. Where's number 9 in terms of the location? And then 2 is in last and 4 is in... Okay. Oh man, so Finch needs help is basically the situation here. Now, question is, what is the last obstacle? Let's roll that dice on the let's roll this again. So, number 3, unsteady. Maneuver over uneven rooftop tiles, sprint across sand. I think it is they crossed the river in one place, and there's like a falls that they needed to like... Oh wait, hang on. They crossed the river along the log with stealth, and then they get through these trees, and then they... Oh yeah, there's a waterfall. It says unsteady, but I'm gonna be like, yeah, we're gonna... I guess it's acrobatics anyway. Interesting. It's interesting because these, like, a lot of these are like, most of them are dex saves, or dex something. Climb over a fence, break through a barrier. Is athletics? Yeah. Let's do athletics this time. We're going to say it's climbing. So they come across this thing, and there is like a waterfall that comes down and a cliff that they can like climb up, right? There is a lift, but the lift is like really slow. There's a lift that has a wooden platform and like a crane for getting pack animals up and down this cliff, but there's a way that you can go if you're just like a person and you're not you don't have pack animals, and so they have to scamper up this as quickly as they can. I like that a lot. So Ormis goes first. Ormis is not actually going to... He's not going to do anything other than the help action to help Finch. Basically try to get Finch up this direction. So he's gonna be pulling Finch up as quickly as he can. That is Marigold. Marigold is totally going to try to make this. So now it's up by another 3, so it's a DC 16 to climb this thing. A nat 20, a +4. Marigold goes up to 9. No problem. That's amazing. Bart then is going to go 9. That's not great. So 9, what? It's 16. So that's 7 off, which means, let's see here. 7 off. Okay, so -3. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That's not good. So he's down to 3 then. I really only think it makes sense for what did it say? If they're equal to, or if a pursuit of progress is equal to the progress of a runner. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think number 3 is gonna try to grapple Bart and catch him as he's fleeing up this thing. And that's +3 to athletics. A 22. Bart has to get a nat 20. Or he is caught. As they're running up this thing, one of the enemies, like, maybe he, like, can see them climbing this cliff. He has well, let's see, what kind of weapons does this guy have? I was gonna say I think maybe he's able to. It's got a quarter staff. He's able to he's climbing up as well, and he's got his quarterstaff, and there's a spot where he's able to hit Bart's ankles out from under him and capture him. So Bart is captured, and I'm gonna have this character do the same thing to Finch. A 16, that's not easy. A nat 20. Finch is able to escape and gets a +1 on there. So, wow. The question is, what happens if they're captured? If one character is captured and the others aren't? Because I think they wanted to capture all of them. I'm not completely sure. Let's go read the book a bit more. Capture, ending the chase. That's what I need to look at. Team initiative. Wait, ending the chase. There are 3 main ways a chase can end: early capture. The pursuers earn enough progress to match the progress of the runners and successfully capture the runner using the capture action. At this point, the chase ends with the runner being caught by this confrontation. The goal of the chase is reached, and the pursuers has more progress than the runners. The chase ends and changes into a normal, typical combat encounter as determined by the GM. Failure, the goal of the chase is reached, and the runner has more progress than the pursuers. The chase ends, and the runner escapes. So I don't think that's happening. I don't think anyone's escaped. I think as Bart is captured, he yells out, and Ormis looks down off of this cliff and sees that Bart is sliding down part of the way. And let's see if I can find a good cliffside map real quick. I will be right back. Alright, this is the best map I could find of a cliffside, and it's not great. It's not my favorite, but actually it works pretty well. I imagine they were going along this sort of ledge, right? To get over this, they've gone up and along a ledge, and then they're going to go up again, sort of like a switchback, and this is where Bart was caught. And so that is combat, I guess. Which means we have to do combat, which is always weird in 5e by yourself, So let's see how it goes. We're just going to find out. So I do need to roll initiative for Ormis. Solid 12, not great. The Raven does not get to do anything. It just flies around because it's not. He's not a familiar. I don't have a familiar. Maybe I could assign him as a pet, I suppose, but I don't know. That might not be. Well, he's a 0. He does nothing. He gets a +3 to hit though, which is pretty good. I think he's more thematic, Mr. Raven. So let's start this fight here. Wait, what? Excuse me? Oh, here we go. Boom. Raven doesn't get to go. Well, yeah, because he gets caught. What? I think number 2, he's going to grab out some. He's going to use his action to basically grab some cuffs and slap him on Bart's wrists. That's his turn. That's what he's going to do. So I'm going to put add condition. Pick condition, restrained, right? Restrained. We'll use this one. Your restrained creature's speed is 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus. So he's gonna use, basically, he like sweeps his feet, clasps him in iron somehow, bonus to attack speed. Attack rolls against a restrained creature have advantage, and a restrained creature's attack rolls have disadvantage. We're gonna say he cannot attack. The creature has disadvantage on dexterity saves. Okay. Save. So it's indefinite. So he is restrained. And the next ruffian will 10. He can move through and get to Marigold. And he's gonna try. I think at this point, because he was caught already, that's why he got restrained. So he's going to try to grapple Marigold, which he's good at. So here it goes. A 22. Oh no, Marigold. Not going to cut it. So let's go pick condition. Grappled. Boom. Okay. And then this guy, he's going to move up to Marigold, and he's going to use his action as well to restrain her. So that with some like restraints, like binders, Bart is restrained. He cannot do anything. It's Finch's turn. Okay, Finch has a mace, and he's got Radiant Bolt. He's a spellcaster because he is a acolyte or something like that. Light, Bless, Cure Wounds, Sanctuary. None of those are combat spells. But he can Radiant Bolt ranged spell attack. 60 feet. Let's see. He can... Well, I think he'd just attack this guy with his mace first. I don't like that like ranged attack spells can hit people who are within 10 feet. I think that's just sort of like, I don't know, it's not very sporting. So he's going to use his melee attack against this guy. He gets a 18 to hit, which definitely hits. And he's going to deal bludgeoning damage plus 3 necrotic and radiant damage. Or radiant damage, Acolyte's choice. Oh wow. So he's going to deal 1 and... okay, 5 damage to this guy. We'll go 4, and then I'll take off an extra 1 automatically. Like that. Okay. Ooh, yeah, this guy's like doing up Marigold's ankles, And right as he's done, he looks up and he raises his arm, and I think Finch comes in with like a club or something, and just like smashes the guy's forearm. The guy screams that, "Ah! Watch out!" And Marigold doesn't get to act, and then it's Ormis's turn. Okay, so I think seeing this, Brother's Arcane Focus. Why is that an attack? I don't even know. Okay, we'll deal with that later. He'll move to here. He's going to use there, offhand. What? Huh. Oh, I see. Flurry of blows. What's this do? Immediate after you use an action on your turn, you can spend 1 technique point to make 2 unarmed strikes, or make 1 attack with a monk weapon as a bonus action. Pinning shot. When you make an attack with this weapon, you can choose to shoot a part of a large or small creature's clothing and pin the clothing to the ground or nearby object or structure. Oh, that's cool. Bash. When you make an attack with this weapon, you can hit the target in the side of the head or other vital organ, disorienting it for make an attack roll with this weapon. On a hit, the target is briefly disoriented and has disadvantage on the next attack roll. Interesting. Ricochet shot? Jeez, these are cool. I like that it has like the... Okay, anyways. He's gonna try to mash this guy over the head with his quarterstaff in his hand. I'm gonna take this off there. Oh. What? It says I have a +3 to hit, and then when I equip it, or a +3 to damage, and then when I equip it, it says I don't, which is odd. I don't know about that. Oh, it's because it's in his offhand. That's why. Okay. He's going to quarterstaff this guy for a nat 1. I'll take the luck, and I'll spend a flurry of blows, technique point to flurries of blows. So I get 2 attacks, nat 20. Alright, cool. That's fucking terrible. Okay, 6 more damage. Takes this guy down. Boom. I don't like the death mechanic. I don't think he'd kill this guy with his bare hands. He's down to 1, and he's like incapacitated. Let's say that. Add condition. Is that a thing? Let's see. Incapacitated. Creature can't take action as bonus action. Okay, select. There we go. Save. Guy's incapacitated. Can't do anything. I guess that's all for Ormis. That was a pretty successful turn. Unfortunately, now it's the Wild Warrior's turn. So she's going to come up. Home in the Wild. The Wild Warrior automatically discerns true north. Okay. Pack tactics. Spear attack. Quick trap that cobbles together. That's a weird one. Maybe she just attacks with this. I think the Wild Warrior is less, what's the word? She's less interested in taking prisoners and capturing them. She'll just attack. She's gonna attack Finch here. Oh jeez. 1d6 piercing damage or 1d. Okay, this is we'll say this is a two-handed, and oh dear, 9 damage. Oh no. He takes full damage. He is. Yeah, she gets him like right in the arm, like shoulder, like with her spear. He goes, "Oh, Ormis, help me!" And that is her turn. And it is this other woman's turn. I think she's going to come over to Ormis here and do the same thing. I don't think that's going to hit. Yeah, he's got an 18. He's way too good for that. He blocks it, no problem. That is the top of the round. I feel like this guy didn't go. Oh no, he did go. Yeah. He restrained Bart there. Okay. The Raven goes caca and flies around. Number 2 here. Let's see. Where can he get to? I guess he could just go like this. And I think he's going to actually... That's what's interesting here, is that these ruffians, they're more interested in capturing people. They're not here to kill people. And he's gonna come to here and grapple Finch. He's trying to restrain him. He goes, "Don't kill him. Boss wants him alive." And he's gonna make that. Okay, he's got a 16. Okay, Finch, you gotta do something here. That's not gonna. Okay, so he's grappled. Oh wait, hang on. I could just go grappled. There you go. This isn't looking very good. And this other ruffian here, he can move from here around through that character and then over to here, and he's going to use his he's going to restrain this guy just like that, and then it's just Ormis. He's on his own here, I guess. So I'm gonna take these guys and I'm just gonna put them as inactive because they can't actually do anything. They are not part of this battle anymore. They're on the map, but they're not active. I mean, I suppose Ormis could try to... Yeah, okay, here it is. Also inactive. The bird is inactive. So now it is Ormis's deal. Patient defense, and what's this one? Oh, a disengage, right. What else can I do, if anything? You can roll a d4 and place normal damage. Yeah, unarmed techniques. Techniques, flurry of blows, patient, okay. Patient, did that, unarmed movement. The old ways. This is like ancient history. Okay, primary bond. You have druid craft. Oh, hard target. Gain proficiency and saves. When you fail a save in that ability, you can expend one. Okay. Oh man. Okay, I think that's rough. So patient defense, dodge action. Okay, what does this mean? When you take the dodge action, you focus entirely on avoiding attacks. Until the start of your next turn, any attack roll made against you has disadvantage if you can see the attacker, and you make dexterity saving throws with advantage. You lose this benefit if you are incapacitated. Sick. Okay, well, that is an obvious thing. So he's going to, again, I think he'll target this lady with his staff. So here we go. Not great. That is a 6. It's not going to cut it. So this is part of something that I've noticed works really well for 5e specifically for solo, is that even if you miss, your PC deals damage equal to their damage bonus, just because otherwise the game gets so bogged down. Ooh, but I actually have luck points, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to use 3 luck points in order to re-roll my attack. So never mind. I'm not going to do that. Let's re-roll my attack. Here we go. There, that's more like it. Now I can do damage. 8 frickin' damage. Also, something I like to do is if something drops to 1 HP, they are no longer in the fight. They are incapacitated. So I just mash this. He just winds up and just smashes this girl right in the temple on her head, and she goes down, set inactive. Alright. Then he's going to use another point to use patient defense, so he has the dodge action. This woman is going to step over. Actually, she's going to move. Yeah, she's going to step over this guy and sort of stand above him, and she's going to try to stab with a spear, but she does have disadvantage, and that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So she misses. Round 3, this guy's gonna move to here, and let's see. Oof. I think he's gonna, I think they've all used their manacles. He's like, we're gonna have to take this one down. He's not gonna be. We're out of whatever. We're out of manacles. So he's just gonna attack with the quarterstaff. And the basic ruffian has advantage on attack rolls against a creature if at least one of the ruffian's allies is within. Damn. So he's gonna attack normally. That's not going to hit, though. And this guy's also going to attack normally. Also not going to hit. Wow, that is crazy. Ormis is going to, I think, focus down this lady. Pack tactics as well. Oh, she should have. That's okay. So he's going to swing his awesome quarterstaff. 13. Does that hit? It does. Alright. Bludgeoning damage. 6. It's not quite as good. She's still up, but she's woozy. He, slams his quarterstaff into her ribs, and she lets out a grunt. Alright. Do we want a Fury of Blows and just take her down? Yeah, because he could make a strike here. I think... Oh. Going to use my final technique point here. There we go. And use Fury of Blows. He'll make another attack against her. Oof. And do another 7 damage. She goes down in a lump. I really don't like the killing thing. I just don't think he would do that. So I'm gonna say he just knocks her unconscious with a swift blow to the head, and then he's also gonna make the same attack against this guy, because he gets 2 attacks with this flurry of blows. That's not gonna cut it. I will take a luck point for that. All right, and now it's okay. These guys are all. Yeah, she's down, incapacitated as well, and I'll set her inactive. Wait, what? Oh yeah, inactive. Wait, what the heck is this? Okay. Set inactive, there we go. And I think since so many of them have been taken down, there's a pile of these guys right here. Hilarious. Ormis is just standing strong. These guys are going to make a morale check. Now, there's no morale stat in this game, but it'd be nice if there was. I'm gonna say, let's see here. What would stand in for morale? I think Constitution. So like they're gonna roll a d20, and if the roll is below their Constitution, then they stay. So it's one of those things. Yeah, d20. So con roll. Wow, he rolled a nat 20, which was like the worst roll possible. Alright, I think these guys start backing away. They're like, alright, I don't know about this. He's too powerful. He's a wily dwarf that you haven't seen the last of us. And they're gonna beat feet away from here. And I think that's the end. Wait, what? Why is it? Oh, I see. How much XP are each of these guys worth? 25, 25. So 25 times. These guys are. It doesn't say? What? Interesting. Huh. That's weird. View details. Oh, interesting. I don't think they don't have a TOV does not have a experience stat for their monsters. That's interesting, which sort of makes sense. I think experience is seldom used, so that's fine. We're just gonna say 25 as well, which is fine. So this is more about like, did I defeat all 25? Yes, I did. We'll finish 25, 25, 25. Wait, cultist, what? Oh no, are they gonna get rid of all my characters even if they're incapacitated? That's real annoying. Oh, keep. You can keep some of them. Okay, keep 1, 2, 3. I only had 3 of them. So these guys. Oh, I'm not gonna keep these. So 0. Oops. 0. Cultist 0. Okay, we're gonna keep. I'll tell you the truth. I just want to keep them all. What? Oh no, I don't. I don't want to keep them all. What am I doing? What am I thinking? I deleted. What the heck? Okay. All right. 25. I've never actually really used this, so we're gonna keep. We're gonna keep Helena, Marigold. We're gonna keep the Noble. Keep the Raven. We're gonna get rid of these two. And 25. Well, I don't know. We'll figure that out later. And go. Okay. Boom. Oh man, it kept these guys. I don't even know why. Yeah. Delete that guy. Delete this guy. Boom. Wait. Okay. Wait. Where's? Oh yeah. Helena's not here. Did that add to? Oh, it did add to my experience. Wait. It only added 25 to my experience. Right? Really? I think it should have added way more than that. Because I was up to 600, and then I should go up by 25 times 5. So that would have been 725. I don't know. Maybe my math is terrible. Check my math, please. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted. Jesus Christ. 725. Boom. Alright, there we go. Level 2 monk. Alright. The, okay, I guess I still have... Oh, man, I shouldn't have gotten rid of them. I need... Add monsters. Wild warriors. I need 2 of these guys, because I, knocked them out. And they're going to be restrained now. So let's restrain, restrained. And restrained. One of the... Oh yeah, the ruffian. Add monster. Basic ruffian, here you go. Boom. This guy had the manacles. So I think... basically... Ormis takes off the manacles of the followers of the hidden word and puts them on these people, and like he drags them over and he lines them up here, and I think the others are like, wow, thank you so much for saving us. You are quite a handy person to have in such a intense fight. Ormis says, it is no bother. We must look out for each other, and we must discover what these lot have to say for themselves. And I think that's where I'm going to end it. I've been playing for about an hour and some, and on top of the, however long I played for before my system crashed last time. So I think when we catch back up, we're going to get into this questioning thing. And I might bring out some more rules in the TOV, Tales of the Valiant, GM's book, because there's some really good stuff in there that would let us sort of do like a fun social interactions rules that might be really good. So, but we're going to leave it there for now, and hopefully I'll be back within the next, week or so to finish this bit up. But I think this is the end of the scene because the combat's over, and I think the followers of the hidden word are going to question these ruffians to see what the heck is going on. Alright, until next time, thank you for watching. I am Nors. I've been using Shard Tabletop, which I cannot say enough about. I've been using the Mythic GM emulator for all the Oracle things. Here's the flowchart for the Mythic GM emulator. I highly recommend it. I forgot to do this, but I'll put a description of this product, or a link to this product, in the show notes, as well as a link to Shard and Tales of the Valiants by Cobalt Press, and my Ko-fi page. If you're interested in seeing more of this and just supporting what I'm doing and like my solo play stuff, please toss me a couple bucks. I'll buy a coffee or something, or more TOV books, frankly. Alright, until next time, adventurers, light that torch and delve into the dark.